Good evening everyone, my name is Boomslang. This video was inspired by the story of Burkittsville, a place in Maryland that featured in the opening of the first Blair Witch Project movie. As a result, massive groups of people seeking to collect memorabilia descended on the town and took parts of the local buildings and even road signs to commemorate the film. I covered the story in my Maryland Iceberg and found the events surrounding the town compelling. As a result, I decided to dedicate a video to a few other places that have or continue to deal with the same issue of just massive crowds of fans. Alright, let's begin. Dubrovnik is a city in Croatia that featured in the TV show Game of Thrones. Before the COVID pandemic, the city experienced traffic from millions of visitors from all over the world on a yearly basis. For context, the city had a population of around 24,000, and the district that attracted the tourism trade had only 1,800 residents in 2019. The city has a UNESCO World Heritage Site status. The city was one of the first in Europe to ban slavery, 1416, and open a commercial pharmacy in 1317. At one point in the late 2010s, the city was told its World Heritage Site status would be revoked, but didn't find a way to stop the influx of foot traffic. The sheer amount of people walking down its streets used to reduce the limestone streets of the Old Town district to a smooth finish that caused many injuries for the locals and for visitors. During the off-season, crews were dedicated to go down the length of the district and rough the pavement with pickaxes and other tools. The pandemic hit shortly afterwards, and the city has had a respite from massive tourist traffic. The 2000 film, The Beach, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, was filmed in the Cove of Maya Bay in Phi Lay, a beautiful location featuring limestone cliffs and crystal clear water. The film featured a group of backpackers who sought to build a utopia on a beautiful, uninhabited island in Thailand. In recent years, tourist attraction has been primarily spurred on by the popularity of the place on Instagram, an app that is connected to the immense crowds of people attracted to many of the places in this video. The bay is a refuge for a variety of shark species, and the government has done its best to prevent people from swimming out into the bay and disrupting the Shark Enclave. Shark Enclave would be a great band name. In past years, the bay was open to powerboats, which contributed to a dramatic deterioration of the bay, as propellers often injured aquatic creatures and destroyed coral. The bay was closed in 2018, and since then the wildlife has seen a successful return. Overall, the case of Maya Bay has seen a solid compromise that has benefited both conservationists and the Thai government. The home from the series Breaking Bad, a place that features prominently in the show, is located in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The tourism board for the town regularly capitalizes on the show's popularity to boost its revenue, but specifically made sure not to include the home on their website, due to the fact that it is a private residence. Despite this, fans have flocked to the scene in the past, and the homeowners have reportedly experienced crowds of fans taking rocks from their properties and even throwing pizzas on the roof in a nod to a scene from the show. The homeowners installed a 6-foot-tall perimeter fence to discourage selfies. Chernobyl experienced an increase of visitors throughout 2019, mostly due to the popularity of the HBO miniseries and the rise of Chernobyl selfies on Instagram. The fact that people were posting images of themselves near the reactor and the remains of the abandoned town drew heat from members of the online community. The exclusion zone around the site extends for around 30 miles, and tours were often conducted in the area. The tourism surrounding the site gained the moniker dark tourism, a term that refers to the tendency for people to gather at sites where disasters have occurred. It was first coined in the 1990s when a study revealed that tourism in Dallas seemed to center around where JFK was assassinated. Psychologists have said that some individuals seek places out, like the grassy knoll, in order to gain a sense of comfort with their own mortality. It can be a positive experience. Getting an idea of what happened in a tragic place can give a better sense of why a person lives by a certain set of rules. Pripyat and Chernobyl have been on the map for dark tourism since 2011, but the recent rise in popularity of it and other sources for dark tourism has been sourced from film and social media. The tourists mostly drew heat for allegedly inappropriate behavior while on a site where so much tragedy took place. Chernobyl hasn't been physically harmed by tourism. The amount of tours taking place have notably declined over the past year, but the memory of the place has been spat upon by those seeking to get a good photo while standing in the midst of where people died. This stairway, the site of a scene from the 2019 Joker movie, also experienced trouble from people seeking to visit a movie site. The Joker stairs have attracted attention on Instagram, with local residents in the Bronx reportedly unable to go up the stairs to reach their jobs or schools due to the crowds of people posing on the stairs. The stairs featured prominently both in the film and in merchandising surrounding its release. After fans learned that the site was located on a staircase linking Shakespeare and Anderson Avenues in New York, a following emerged around the striking architectural feature, culminating in crowds of people flocking to the site. Featuring an American Horror Story, Bones, Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the Rosenhiem Mansion is located in LA. As you might imagine, this made it a popular tourist attraction. The current homeowners were quickly freaked out by the sheer number of people flocking to their home to collect souvenirs and take selfies with the home. In 2018, they experienced regular invasions from hundreds of people scaling their fences and the walls of the mansion grounds in order to see the home's layout for themselves. One group of teens were recorded entering the back of the home with the assistance of a cherry picker. In the end, the new owners of the mansion sued their realtor and the former homeowners for damages from multiple break-ins. For the Harry Potter fans watching at the moment, you might remember the death of Dobby the house elf in the first part of the Deathly Hallows film. He expresses the beauty of the beach, a location in Freshwater West Beach in Wales. As a result, fans have been leaving socks at the beach, a plot device that allows Dobby to win his freedom in the books, in memory of one of the defining moments involving the character in Harry Potter. At multiple times in the past few years, the socks have caused environmental damage to the wildlife. The people in charge of the beach have encouraged fans to leave photos instead of socks on the site. Alright, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I kept this one short as it was hard to create a script based off this without constantly repeating the same basic story. While it's great to raise awareness of what media can do to environments and communities, the same story emerged with many instances of these events. In any case, it was a lot of fun to make, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Good night.